Maybe that's my bone broth. Hey guys, the broth is here. Isn't that great news? Let's see what's inside. Okay, cut. Cut. Okay, let's see this. You can cut this, right? Okay, what have we got here? We've got chicken bone broth, still frozen. Okay, so I've got my 2 packages of bone broth that I ordered, and what I have left is this cardboard box that I'm going to put in the recycling. And I've got my styrofoam cooler, which actually makes a really great beach cooler, so you can reuse it that way. Or great art project. Give it to elementary school, anybody who's looking for some recycled things for their art. So now that I've got my bone broth, I've got 2, so I'm going to put one in the freezer for later. But the one that I'm going to open, because I am ready to enjoy it now, I'm going to open the package, and maybe I need to run a little water over it to loosen it from the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to take it to my stove, and I'm going to simmer it. Not boil, just simmer. You don't want to bring it to a full rolling boil. That will deplete some of the nutrients and degrade the gelatin. So I'm going to bring it to a simmer for however long I want. It can be any length of time, whatever works for you, and I can enjoy it right then. If I don't use it all in that one sitting, then I'm just going to pour it into a glass jar or container and store it in the fridge till I am ready, at which point I can simmer it again, as long as I don't boil it. And you'll notice also in your packaging you've got some ice packs, so of course you can reuse those, throw them in your freezer. Next time you're using your styrofoam cooler, throw them in there, and you've already got everything you need.
Several of my clients ask me, what do I do with bone broth once I get it in the mail? He showed us how to open it and what to do, how to open the package, which was very simple, and we actually ended up with a cool beach cooler and some extra ice packs, which come in always handy, especially now in the summer, so I can put it in my bag with my cold drink. Now we have these frozen bone broths in here, and in the last blog we showed us how to enjoy it nice and cold on a summer day or for breakfast as a nice little nutritious breakfast. What do I do with this once I get it in the package? You know, what's the easiest way?
So we just talked about what you want to do as soon as you get it, which is run some water over it to loosen it from the packaging, put it on your stove, and simmer it. That's going to get the gel nicely set again, and you'll notice once you restore any in the refrigerator that it's got that nice gel to it. As far as using it for food, you can use it as the traditional sipping bone broth that it is, and just drink it out of a cup like a tea. Or you can use it wherever you would use water when you're cooking. So when you're making rice, when you're making pasta, whatever you're doing, stir fries, soup, just use it in place of water. And again, anything that you're using it with, you want to just bring to a simmer. So when you're making your rice, don't bring it to a rolling boil, just simmer it, turn it down, put the lid on, and you're good to go.
What's the difference between simmer and boil? How do I know I don't burn it? I just want to live nutritiously, and I don't want to burn this. I want to use this instead of water in all of my stuff. I might even use it in my oatmeal tomorrow. How do I simmer it? I don't want to burn it. I don't want to kill the nutrients.
Okay, so let's walk over to the kitchen, and we'll show you the difference between a simmer and a boil.
And then once we simmer it, then we put it away. How long? We put it in the fridge?
You can put it in the fridge after you simmer it, whatever you didn't use right away, and that stays good for a week in your fridge. Again, you can simmer it over and over again as long as you don't bring it past that simmer to a
And you're going to show me how to not bring it over
I am
simmer.
going to show you. Alright, let's do
this. Okay, cool.
They're
running it under water. Why?
I'm running it under the water to get it out of the packaging more easily. I'm just going to slide it out of there. I probably really should have used a bigger pot.
So right now it's sticking out, but it's okay.
Not everybody has big pots. It's nothing to be ashamed about. And you could run this underwater for a little bit longer. That would make it a little more pliable to get into your small pot. Typically when I'm not expecting a camera crew, I just let it defrost in the refrigerator before doing this. But today I want my broth now. So we're almost there as far as having all of it defrosted.
Those are some zone exercises to relax you while you're waiting for your broth. Yep. Enticing.
We're getting there.
Almost, almost.
So far it's been about 9 minutes, I think, since we put it on the stove, and you can see it is starting to simmer. Got some movement there. Well, you can see what it looks like here. So we're at about 190 right now, which at this point, for me personally, I would take it off the stove, but you can go to let it go to 205, and you can see how it looks. There's not big rolling, boiling bubbles. There's just a little swirling under the surface there. And again, you could let it, you know, get a little more movement there before you add something like rice or quinoa. But this is really it for, if you're going to drink it now, this will do it. So once you've turned it off and you know what you're going to do with it, if you are storing it for later, or if you're going to drink it now, there is not any salt added, so it's good without it. I like it without it, but if you want to add a little salt at this point, a little good sea salt or Himalaya salt, you can do that before you store it or use it for your cooking.
So now it's ready. Now you can do anything you want with it.
You can do anything you want with it.
Just as an extra bonus, so what are you going to do with the leftover broth here?
Well, sadly, I'm out of quinoa, so I've got some pasta here, and I'm going to actually end up turning this into a little soup by adding some noodles, and then I'll add some chicken and any veggies that I want, and I will have a healthy chicken soup, chicken noodle soup. You simmer the pasta in it, and it's good with pasta because it has a little bit of fat in it, so you don't have to use any kind of oil to keep your pasta from sticking, and that's it.